The Book of Moses. In the land of Egypt, where the mighty Nile flows, the children of Israel lived as slaves. They were a strong and numerous people, with skin as rich and dark as the fertile earth, but their spirits were heavy with bondage. A new Pharaoh, who knew not the stories of old, feared their strength and commanded that every newborn Hebrew son be cast into the river. But one woman, Jochebed from the house of Levi, bore a son. Seeing he was a goodly child, she hid him for 3 months. When she could no longer hide him, she took for him an ark of bulrushes and daubed it with slime and with pitch, and put the child therein, and she laid it in the flags by the river's brink. And the daughter of Pharaoh came down to wash herself at the river, and her maidens walked along by the river's side. And when she saw the ark among the flags, she sent her maid to fetch it. And when she had opened it, she saw the child, and behold, the babe wept. And she had compassion on him, and said, "This is one of the Hebrews' children." Then said his sister to Pharaoh's daughter, "Shall I go and call to thee a nurse of the Hebrew women, that she may nurse the child for thee?" And Pharaoh's daughter said to her, "Go." And the maid went and called the child's mother. And the child grew, and she brought him unto Pharaoh's daughter, and he became her son. And she called his name Moses. And she said, "Because I drew him out of the water." And it came to pass in those days, when Moses was grown, that he went out unto his brethren, and looked on their burdens, and he spied an Egyptian smiting an Hebrew, one of his brethren. And he looked this way and that way, and when he saw that there was no man, he slew the Egyptian, and hid him in the sand. Now when Pharaoh heard this thing, he sought to slay Moses. But Moses fled from the face of Pharaoh, and dwelt in the land of Midian. He sat down by a well, where the 7 daughters of the priest of Midian came to draw water for their father's flock. And Moses was content to dwell with the man. And he gave Moses Zipporah his daughter, and she bare him a son, and he called his name Gershom, for he said, "I have been a stranger in a strange land." Now Moses kept the flock of Jethro his father-in-law, the priest of Midian. And he led the flock to the backside of the desert, and came to the mountain of God, even to Horeb. And the angel of the Lord appeared unto him in a flame of fire out of the midst of a bush. And he looked, and behold, the bush burned with fire, and the bush was not consumed. And God said, "I have surely seen the affliction of my people which are in Egypt, and have heard their cry by reason of their taskmasters, for I know their sorrows. Come now, therefore, and I will send thee unto Pharaoh, that thou mayest bring forth my people the children of Israel out of Egypt." And Moses said unto God, "Who am I, that I should go unto Pharaoh, and that I should bring forth the children of Israel out of Egypt?" And he said, "Certainly I will be with thee." And Moses returned to the land of Egypt, his rod in his hand, ready to face the Pharaoh and deliver his people from bondage. And Moses and Aaron went in unto Pharaoh, and they said unto him, "Thus saith the Lord God of Israel, Let my people go." But Pharaoh's heart was hardened, and he said, "Who is the Lord, that I should obey his voice to let Israel go? I know not the Lord, neither will I let Israel go." So the Lord sent plague after plague upon the land of Egypt. He turned the waters of the Nile into blood, sent swarms of frogs and lice, and covered the land in a thick darkness. Yet with every wonder, Pharaoh's heart grew harder, and he would not free the Israelites. Then the Lord said to Moses, "One final plague shall I bring upon Pharaoh. At midnight I will pass through Egypt, and every firstborn son in the land shall die. But command the children of Israel to take a lamb and strike its blood upon their doorposts, and when I see the blood, I will pass over you." That night a great cry echoed through Egypt, for there was not a house where there was not one dead. Pharaoh, his own firstborn son taken, summoned Moses and Aaron in the night. "Rise up," he cried, "and get you forth from among my people. Go, serve the Lord as ye have said." And the children of Israel journeyed from Egypt, a great multitude of people, with their flocks and herds. They had been in bondage for 430 years, and now they were free. The Lord went before them by day in a pillar of a cloud to lead them the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light. But when word came to the king of Egypt that the people had fled, Pharaoh's heart was turned against them. He made ready his chariot and took his army with him, 600 chosen chariots, and all the chariots of Egypt, and pursued after the children of Israel. As Pharaoh drew nigh, the children of Israel lifted up their eyes, and, behold, the Egyptians marched after them. They were sore afraid, and cried out unto the Lord. They were trapped, with the army behind them, and the vast Red Sea stretching out before them. And Moses said unto the people, "Fear ye not, stand still, and see the salvation of the Lord, which he will show to you today." And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea. And the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. The children of Israel went into the midst of the sea upon the dry ground, and the waters were a wall unto them on their right hand and on their left. The Egyptians pursued, and went in after them to the midst of the sea. And Moses stretched forth his hand over the sea, and the waters returned, and covered the chariots, and the horsemen, and all the host of Pharaoh. Thus the Lord saved Israel that day out of the hand of the Egyptians.